Mr. Quick's class.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I tell you what, a person who believes that this wasn't set up by our own government is an idiot.
Welcome to Mr. Ali's class. I'm representing the yellow group today, and today's date is October the 2nd, 2015. Today we're going to start off by talking about what is a sentence. So a sentence is a group of words that has a subject-verb relationship, and it can complete a thought. So here's an example. John is sleeping. Who's sleeping? John. So John is the subject, and sleeping is the verb. So that is a completes a full thought and has a subject-verb relationship. And there's a lot of examples I could use. So if you have any questions during my lesson, raise your hand and I'll get you. So the types of sentences. I'm gonna be talking first about the simple sentence. Simple sentence is a clause that has a subject, predicate, subject and a predicate. So subject is the person. Like here's an example. Bob went shopping. Bob is subject and the predicate is shopping. So yeah. There's four types of this is one of the types of sentence. There's actually four. There's a subject, there's a compound, there's a complex, and there's a compound complex. I'll be getting to those. Your second type is a compound sentence. It has more than one subject and more than one predicate. So here's an example, and you can see I put the arrows where where the subject and the predicate is. So you can see right here, I lost a lot of weight, but I want some candy. I is subject for like the first subject, and weight is the predicate, and there's another one. I want some candy. I is another subject, and want is another predicate. So there's two subjects and there's two predicates in this sentence. And here is type of sentence is a complex sentence. It has one dependent and one independent clause. So here's an example. Ali was eating while he was using the laptop, and I put arrows to separate the clauses. Ali was eating, that's independent, and while he was using the laptop is the dependent clause. And you could tell it's a dependent clause because it doesn't complete a full thought. It starts with a coordinating conjunction. While, that's how you know it doesn't complete a full thought. While Ali was eating, completes a full thought because it has a subject in. And next type is a compound complex sentence. This might be the hardest type of sentence to understand, so I'll go through it slowly. It has two independent clauses and at least one dependent clause, and you can separate each clause by using comma, semicolon, and all those good stuff. After Mo left, I went to sleep and Layla was still outside. So you could say after Mo left is the dependent clause, I went to sleep. You could separate it by using comma, I went to sleep. That's the independent clause because it's a full thought, and comma, and Layla was still outside. Layla was still outside, that completes a full thought. So you can see it has two independent, and the dependent starts off, and the conjunctions. The conjunctions, you can. There's a easy concept of understanding the conjunctions. Is a word that you could basically use. It's called fanboys, and you can spell it out. It's FORBOYS, and each letter, the beginning of the letter, it stands for the conjunction. Yes, Omar Sharif.
I don't understand. Excuse me.
You don't understand. So a conjunction, it starts at the beginning of a dependent clause. Example. It could be in between words, sentences, clauses, phrases. It could be in between anything. So here's my example. I put it in between words. I did not finish my dinner, nor did I do my homework. So I put it in between the words. So you guys see? You guys understand? Everybody understand? And you guys have for, and, not, but, or, nor. But, or, yet, so. That's the fan boys. How to join clauses. Does anybody here know how to join clauses? Raise your hand if you know how to join clauses. Only 5 people? You can join a clause by simply using a comma and a semicolon, or a semicolon, to join the clauses, and the clause to make a sentence. Example, Ali was sleeping since it was late. You can join this by Ali was sleeping, that's the independent. Since it was late, it's starting with since is a coordinating conjunction. It doesn't complete a full thought. But I forgot to talk about. I didn't forget. It's in the slide. Here's the comma. It's separating the clause. Independent clause has a subject-verb relationship in it, complete a full thought. And a dependent clause is a subject-verb relationship that does not complete a full thought. So don't get confused if you ever have to go through any of those. So as you can see, the comma is used to separate the independent and the dependent clause. You can use more tactics, but I just use the simpler one that everybody's here should be aware of the comma. So that's what's commas. The two major errors that form from connecting two clauses. So I used two when I think there's just three, so I use only two. So the simplest form is the commas placed in the fused sentence. A commas placed is when there's a suitable conjunction after the comma. So after the comma, there's not a suitable conjunction. There's not a fanboy. There's not any other conjunction that doesn't complete a full thought. So here's an example. Muhammad went to the store. He is now sleeping. There's not a conjunction there. That's how you know it's an error, because it's not a comma slash conjunction. And the fused sentence is when there's two independent clauses joined together. It's called a run-on sentence. So, but I used the word fused sentence. It's when there's two independent clauses back to back with no comma. So it's basically a run-on sentence. And this is the end of my presentation. Does anybody here have any questions? Nobody? So I'm assuming everybody's going to get 100% on my exam? Right? Take your pop quiz. You have 5 minutes starting now. Four minutes. Exam. Quiz. Three and a half minutes. 3 minutes. Two and a half minutes. Two minutes. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your pens. Everybody drop your pens. Drop your pens. Drop your pens. Oh. No, Ferris, what are you doing? Ferris, no. Sit. Okay, everybody put your test in your bin.
In Islamic school. I'll talk about tomorrow. Yeah, that's rolling the hard way. We don't want to roll quite that hard. We want to get one of them little minibuses. What's up?
A person who believes that this wasn't set up by our own government is an idiot.
Everybody's gone out of their mind.
Welcome to Mr. Quick Stop.
Welcome to Mr. Quick Spot. Welcome to Mr. Quick Spot. Welcome, Mr. Quick Spot.
Oh, yeah. All right.